How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Gamecasters. This is Fallout 76, one of the most controversial games of the past few years. And Fallout 76 has had a rough time. It started out very rocky. We all know the story if you played it or you've heard about it. I'm sure you've heard about it in some way or another. It's something. It's been something. It's had its times. But I'm doing this review because 76 has come a long way. Bethesda has definitely put some work into the game. Now, would I say 76 is a top tier game nowadays? I wouldn't go that far to say. But the Fallout 76 problem is one that I think I can kind of simplify for a lot of people. You may or may not agree with me on this, and that's fine. But this is kind of my opinion on the game, and I'm here to try to convince you, whether you should or shouldn't buy the game now or return to it. But the Fallout 76 problem is it's a game that came from an already well-known developer. They've already set the bar. They made Fallout 3. They've made New... no. I can't say they made New Vegas. Obsidian made New Vegas. Bethesda made 3 and 4. And they've also got this huge track record of, like, Doom, Evil Within, you got Fallout. They've got all these massive titles under their belt. And they released 76. Which was one of their first dips into a multiplayer game. And a way I can reference 76 is you gotta look at it like this. If this were an indie developer that made this game, and they put it up on Steam, this game probably would have done it would have flipped the way it came out, right? So if I were an indie developer and I released Fallout 76, but, now here's the problem, if I told you that the game was going to be a work in progress kind of game, it's not perfect, it's going to take its time to get to where I want it to be, then it probably would have done a hell of a lot better. And I think if Bethesda did it that way too, it would have went way better than it did. Now, the problem is, they released this as a full-price title for an incomplete project. And that's where I think 76 fell off hard. If Bethesda were to release this as an early access title on Steam, and, told everyone, hey, it's not complete, but we're going to work on it for the next couple of years, we're going to get it to where we want it to be, and then we'll increase the price from what it is. If you dropped it at like $20 and you were made everyone aware of the condition it was in, it could have done a heck of a lot better. But that's not the way things went. Now, 76 has come a long way though. We've had tons of updates, we've had tons of changes to the game. We've gotten so much content added in. We've had a lot of the bugs fixed. And I can't aim my gun right now. But the most recent update that came out at the beginning of December was the Brotherhood of Steel update, which added in the Brotherhood of Steel. And I know what you're thinking. 76 breaks Fallout's own lore, and I understand the hate for that. But one way I'm looking at 76 is I paid money for this game, and I look at this with a lot of games. I take the amount of money that I paid for a game, and I equal that out for an hour for every dollar that I paid. Kind of think it like pay from work, right? So, if I get at least an hour for every dollar that I spend, then I feel like I've made my purchase worth it. And I picked this up on PC. I did play this on Xbox when it first came out, and I was there for the beginning. I was there for all the the worst of it. We'll put it lightly. So I've gotten to experience what it was when it first came out, and then I've gotten to re-experience it with what it has become. Right now, you can pick up Fallout 76 on Steam for $13. Now, would I recommend someone pick this up for its full price of $60? Absolutely not. I think it still has time to go. But I would recommend you pick this up on sale, or if you already still have it in your library, you're literally not losing anything by retrying it. Jump in, give it another shot, see if it's gotten to a point where you can enjoy it. Get some hours into the game, make your purchase worth it. And a lot of the bugs have been fixed. I've not had any issues. The servers are very stable now. I don't get disconnected as much as I used to. It happens once in a blue moon, but I think every multiplayer game kind of has that issue. It's going to happen occasionally, but it's not a detrimental disconnect anymore. It's not, you know, I could be playing for an hour, every hour I get disconnected. It's, you know, I've been on for 10 hours and I've gotten disconnected once. It's not game breaking anymore. So at the end of the day, I'm going to put it out there for everyone that I would recommend buying Fallout 76 if it's on sale. Like I said, it's $13 on Steam right now. I don't know how much it's running for on console, Xbox, or PlayStation. You know, it could be more. They might not have a sale running for it or anything. But I could wholeheartedly recommend someone pick this up on sale. And if you can get at least 13 hours of gameplay out of it, then you've made your $13 back out of time played. You got 13 hours of fun, and who knows, you might get more, or you bought it on sale. There's more updates coming. So at the end of the day, you will eventually get your money's worth out of it, even if you don't enjoy it now. But obviously I'm not telling you to buy it. That's a decision you make on your own. I don't want to be responsible for, you know, someone buying it, not enjoying it, and not believing, you know, or believing what I say, and then they're like, oh, it's not worth it. You know, watch some gameplay for it. Watch a couple other people play it. I know there's tons of people that have been playing since day one, and they enjoyed it from day one, and that's great. The game does have a player base. It wouldn't still be getting updates if it didn't have players in it. So it's not a dead game by any means. It's not, you know, the most populated one either, but it's here. A couple of things I would note is they do have like a battle pass system in it now. So like if you've played like Fortnite, Call of Duty, almost any game that's out nowadays, they have one. You get rewards for playing. The more time you play, the more rewards you get. This one you don't have to pay for. You can buy levels for the battle pass like every other game that has one, but you don't, like, say like with Call of Duty, every 5 levels you get a reward if you don't pay for the battle pass, whereas with this one you just play, you can get all the rewards without spending money. That's the benefit here. You also get atoms, which are like the currency, paid currency you can buy like settlement stuff with, camp stuff, appearances, skins, stuff like that. So that's nice. You can actually get paid currency by playing now. Well, you could before. There was challenges, but it wasn't as frequent as you can get them now with the battle pass setup. I am severely underleveled for the Scorched Feast, but there's that. Excuse me. Another point I will make is that the game scales to your level now. So, say you are in this green zone, enemies will always be your level. But if you go out of your range, like if you go way too far out early on in the game, then yes, you will run into enemies that are higher level than you. Like, for example, right now, I'm in an area that I shouldn't technically be in yet. I shouldn't have gone to yet, at least. but I am here, and the Scorch Beast, level 30, you know, it's a few levels out of my range, but, you know, I can beat it. It's not easy. It's not, it's not like something I can just take on all the time. I definitely used a lot of ammo to take down that Scorch Beast, but it is doable. Now, another thing is, the enemies don't cap off in this area, so if I were to be level 50, and I go to the green zone, the enemies will still be level 50 there. But if I'm level, say, 15, and I go to the red zone down here, I'm going to run into enemies that are way higher level than me, like level 40, level 50. But there's also like level 20s in this area, and then there's like level 30s and 40s here, and then most of the stuff you run across down here is going to be level 50. And then it continues to scale with you the higher level you get. So the further you go out, the more higher level enemies you get, but if you return to a low level area, the enemies will still scale to your level, which helps a lot. I don't know if you guys experienced the horrible leveling system that was initially in place. You could be in this green zone and run across a Scorch Beast. You could run across things that were way higher level than you, and it made it for a horrible experience, just for the fact that, like, there was no, like, general area to stick to level up, so you just kind of had to run around and hope you didn't run into something that just murders you. But now there's kind of a system in place to keep it kind of safe. You know your areas to stick to. If something's too strong for you, you can go back to the other area, level up a little bit, do some quests, and then move out further. There's multiple stories in the game. You still have your original story quest, which didn't involve NPCs. NPCs are in the game now. There is a NPC main storyline. They just added in the Brotherhood of Steel quest line. There's tons of content in the game now. So there's definitely hours worth of play. It's even more fun with friends, but you can definitely play it solo. So at the end of the day, this has been my Fallout 76 review, going over it and the state it's currently in. You might agree with what I have to say, you might not agree with it. You know, maybe this changed your thoughts, maybe this solidified your thoughts on, not getting it. However this went, I appreciate you guys watching. 76 was a game that I took some time before reviewing just because the controversy around it, and I wanted to wait until I got some more content to really go over it, because I knew it just wasn't worth taking the time to do it. Now I feel like I could actually make an argument for playing the game and having fun in it. Again, like I said, if you get at least an hour for every dollar you spend, then I consider the purchase worth it. Any base story game, you buy say The Witcher 3, right? At $60 when it first came out, you're going to get, if you actually enjoy it and you play it all the way through, you're getting triple the amount of hours compared to what you paid. Whereas, Fallout 3, it's probably got like maybe a 10-hour long storyline, but there's all the side quests, there's all the collectibles and stuff you can find. If you're like me, you go out and get all the unique weapons. You end up putting enough hours into a game that equals out to the amount of money you spent on it. So pick it up on sale. If you still have it, you literally have nothing to lose. I highly recommend, if you did buy it and you still have it, give it another shot. I like I said, you have nothing to lose if you already own this game. I do not recommend buying full price. I don't think in the current state it's in, I could recommend a $60 purchase for it, just because it is still a work in progress. But the work has been done in the time it's been out. I can give them credit for that. In the famous words of Todd Howard, it just works. And it's finally starting to work, Todd. It's finally starting to. It definitely did not before. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Gamecasters. If you want to, subscribe, hit the like button. Dislike it if you do. I don't care. Maybe you don't agree with me. Maybe you do. That's the point of those buttons. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.